Yo, what's good? I was in the one of the base forums, as one does, first thing in the morning when you're doom scrolling. But I did see a question that I thought I would answer here. What skills do I need to go to a local jam? Man, there's a whole bunch of things, and it depends on the jam. Now, I'm gonna give you some tips in this video. I want you to watch to the end because the last tip is going to be the one. Don't skip it, right? So you first of all, you should learn some basic song forms, patterns, right? Most songs at most jams are going to be 3, 4 chords, right? So, blues, rock, pop, depending on your area, depending on where you are, it's going to be a certain kind of vibe. So learn some basic song forms, common keys. You want to be able to play in some common keys: E, A, D, G, F, B flat, right? Now, I'm going to tell you something along those lines. You want to be able to find the 1 chord, obviously, the 4 chord, the 5 chord, and the 6 chord for all of those keys, because that's going to be like the guts of a lot of popular music, right? Now, we're not talking about hardcore jazz jams. We're not talking about, gospel jams that may, be jazz adjacent, right? We're not talking about that. We're talking about, basic jams where, folks go after work or whatever, have a good time. There's a local jam that happens Monday nights here in New Orleans. And I can tell you, I can walk in that place at any time and I can tell you, what they're playing, because they're going to play the same stuff most of the time. And even if they veer off and start, improvising or going off onto some other tangents, it's going to be things that are the same ingredients as the songs that you are already playing. I'll give you an example. Just recently, it's Mardi Gras time. Mardi Gras just passed over here in New Orleans. I was playing a Mardi Gras ball, and we were playing a song called "Haters." Dun 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 dun. Anyway, it's a very popular song in this area. It's sort of a Zydeco song, but the singer, just out of the blue, decided that she also wanted to play. She wanted to sing Taylor Swift "Shake It Off" on top of this Zydeco groove that we were working. And it worked. It worked. It was cool. You know what I mean? So along those lines about the 1 to 4 or 5, like, know where the roots are of those chords, obviously, then learn the mode. So the 1 is going to be your Ionian mode, 4. And what chord is associated with that? Major or major 7. Then you're going to have your 4 chord. 4 chord is going to be also major, but the mode is Lydian, right? It's got a sharp 4. Don't worry about all that right now. The 5 chord, Mixolydian. The 6 chord, Aeolian, which is going to be a minor 7. The 5 chord, a dominant 7. Listen. Don't want to tangent too much, but know those basic keys and where to find the 1, the 4, the 5, and the 6 in those chords. You need to be able to listen with your ears and your eyes, because a lot of time, especially in a situation like that, the band leader or whoever's leading the song, they may, do things like this, or you know what I'm saying? Any number of like hand signals. So can you follow those things? You want to be able to follow those things. Now, check this out. Here's the number one thing I think you need to do. You need to go to the jam. Before you even think about playing, go to the jam a couple times. Bring your phone and record. You don't have to record video, record audio. Record. If you don't know what a song is, ask. If you've gone there a couple of times and somebody's playing, and you hear the same thing or a similar thing and you don't know what it is, ask somebody, hey, what's this or that? Right? Get to know somebody in the band, because a lot of times the jam is going to have a core rhythm section that's always there. They may even have a song list. I would ask for that song list. I would use that, take inventory, and then, put that in the shed, right? Man, the modes are important. The triads, all the theory stuff is important, but just like language, you learned how to speak. I learned how to speak long before we learned the alphabet. It doesn't mean that the alphabet isn't important, but context is everything. So, it's sort of one of those things. What comes first, the chicken or the egg? I don't know. You go to the jam. I think you need to go to the jam, record the jam, take inventory of what's happening at the jam, and that's going to give you a better idea of things that you need to practice. If you have let's say you have a private teacher, and you're paying money to see a teacher, but none of that stuff is applicable, and you can't really see an end game to that. You're like, I just want to play the blues jam. Well, you learn some blues and learn some blues in those common keys. I would say right off the bat, blues in G, blues in F, blues in A, blues in E. That's what I would suggest. Let me say that again. Blues in G, blues in A, blues in F, blues in E, and then in D as well. B flat too, right? I'm really thinking this off the top of my head, but a lot of shuffles are going to be in G. Around here, most of the time, well, G and B flat. I play shuffles in G, B flat, and G, B flat, and A a lot. But a song like Pride and Joy, the Stevie Ray Vaughan, popularized by Stevie Ray Vaughan, that's typically in E. I don't think I've ever really played that. It's a guitar player tune, so a lot of times that's going to be in E. So there's so many things, but if you don't know what's happening at your local jam, then it's really hard to tell which of those things you need. So I say, number one, above anything else, go to the jam and find out what they're playing. If you have some tips that could help somebody else, leave them in the comments below. I would love to read them. You might have something that's going to help me as well, but each one teach one. I'll catch you next time. Peace. Two fingers.